Okay, I think I have this all. I think. So now we just get to sit and wait. Oh, whoa, that's almost gone. Oh, that sucks. Hi, Jan. Happy Easter Monday to you. Probably the second best day in the world, right? Because Jesus rose on Sunday and everybody got to learn about it on Sunday and Monday. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Jan. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Marcy in Maryland. Hi, Julie. Hi, Barbara. Good morning. Hi, Ivy in Hawaii. Hi, Terry. Hi, Jules. Hi, Joe. Good morning to you. Hi, Diane. Hi, Catherine in Canada. Hello. Hi, Jeannie. Hello. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Ruth Debbie, my dear. Yes, it is sad news about the Pope. It is very sad. Hi Bonnie, hi Jamie, hi Arla, hi Susan, hi Karen, hi Debbie, hi Francis, hi Brenda, hi Arlette. Good morning, Arlette's in Washington, Oregon. Sorry, Oregon. Hi Merlin in San Diego. Hi Nancy. Excuse me. Sorry. Whoo, sneeze. Hi Nancy. Nancy, I have to put my Easter stuff away, and I think I'm gonna keep my bunny windsock out longer. I can't put him away. I love him too much. Hi Frank and Sharon. Good morning. Hi Anita. Hi Jane. Hi Merlin. Thank you. Thank you, Merlin. She said bless you. Hi Jane. Hi Jill. Hi Arlette. Oh, now everybody's saying bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Judy says hello. Got my kid on Saturday. Looking forward to playing. Yay. Hi, Marianne. Hello. Hi, Brenda. Ruth Debbie, you're a nut. Thank you. Hubby, Gina says, hubby almost passed out at Mass yesterday. ER says he's okay. Good. Do those follow ups, Gina. The ER, as I have learned too recently, is they're very eager to get you in and out. And so make sure he follows up on everything they recommended and even more, really, right? Oh, Nancy, you're so sweet. Hi, Debbie and Candace. Hi, Sherry. Hello. Hi, Diane. Hi, Stephanie. Oh, Diane's grandson was born on Saturday. Yay. Yay. How exciting. I did have a very good Easter, Bonnie. Thank you. I did. Hi, Debbie in Utah. Let's see. Hi Holly, happy Easter to you. I put slippers on because I was cold. Now I'm getting warm. Hi Lori. Let's see. So good morning. Good morning. Oh, she says Marianne says she loves my top. Thank you. The boys and I made it. So this is I found it in my drawer. But this is this is the first tie dye I've ever done in my life. Obviously, you can tell it was the first because there's no pink on it. But I just got this out today and I said, hey, the boys and I need to do more tie dye. So we have a huge kit that I bought on HSN, that I bought on Amazon, and we only used like a tenth of the paint or whatever you call it. Gina says, yes, we're big advocates for our health. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad. Karen says, I love the Mr. and Mrs. Fold It. We have 2 weddings coming up. Oh, yay. Isn't the font beautiful? And I really enjoyed putting the diamond on it because I thought that would be fun. And you could use the diamond like the diamond ring separately, like any other time, right? And then I added the heart because when I did the Mr. and Mrs. and then I added the rings, it didn't I had to add that heart, and I think it looks even better with the heart. But I had to add the heart because the shadow went way too low and it didn't look right. So yes, I'm glad you like it. And I'm leaving those all on flash sale. Just a heads up, you guys. All of the items that are on flash sale are still available, even though technically they should have been turned off because yesterday was Easter, and yeah, she shouldn't be shopping on Easter, right? I mean, it's okay if you did, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, I wanted to give you a chance to get it today if you weren't able to get it yesterday. So Julie says, great for weddings and anniversaries. That is so true. That is so true. Perfect with the glitter paper, absolutely, or the hologram paper, right? Thank you, Karen. She says it's beautiful. Hi, Cindy in South Carolina. Oh, Lucy, thank you. She said she ordered all of the flash sales. Will you do more with that pretty font? I can, absolutely. Hang on, let me break that down really quick. You guys, it has just been like a doozy around here lately. Hang on. Mr. and Mrs. Font. So first of all, let me tell you about our weekend. So Friday we went to Knott's Berry Farm. And Knott's Berry Farm, I am on a Facebook group. One of the people that met me at Knott's, I think I told you guys, I was in line to get food, and this lady looked at me and said, oh, you're that craft lady. And I said, oh, wow. Yeah, technically, I guess, yeah. And so we talked, and she and her husband told me that there's a Facebook group for Knott's Berry Farm people that have passes. And so, and you guys might think that happens a lot. That never happens. Never, ever, ever do people recognize me. Ever, ever. Like, it's happened like 3 times in my life. No, never happens. So, the Facebook group is like people will like leave scavenger hunt things for you to go around the park and try to find. Sometimes it's like a little keychain that they've made, or you just never know what it's going to be. Well, I always have 2 little boys with me, right? I don't have time to look at my Facebook while I'm at Knott's. But I had noticed that the last couple of days, this certain individual was posting a lot of things, and she said, "Hey, come find me today. If you see me, I have goodies." And she said 1 per family, which is obviously very smart. And so I remembered her because her name is Lila, spelled the exact same way as our little girl. And so I saw her, and luckily I was by myself, and I just went up to her and I said, "Hi, Lila, I just want to say hi. I remember your name because that's my granddaughter's name." And she said, "Oh, let me give you a prize." I go, "Oh, no, please don't, because I have twin boys and it's 1 per family. And no, I don't want anything from you. I just wanted to say hello and say thank you for, doing all these fun scavenger hunts." And she's like, "No, I'm giving you 2 things." Nicest lady. She gave us like these 2 Easter basket stuffed animal things. I'm like, "No, you don't have to. I just wanted to say hi." So I had the boys come over and say thank you. They were like, the rest of the day, they were holding these things. They were so excited. I mean, it was just like so kind. So I'm like, I got to do some things like that, because I think that was just so fun. Let's see. Did I just come on 6 minutes ago? 7 minutes ago, Anne. 7 minutes ago. So let's see. On the wax items, you guys, we broke them into 2, even though on the video it shows them as 1. We broke them into 2 because I think the higher price point was a little hard for some people. So we broke it into 2 sets instead. And that way, if you just wanted the 1, you could get 1 or you could get both. But I think it's the same price whether you get them together or separate. But we have the B and then the hello there. And the Stitch Dot Decal Edge, you guys. I've been dying to start using that. I haven't been able to use it because I don't use things I try not to use things you can't get. So now I'll be able to use it. Oh, Ruth Debbie wants me to remind you to like, love, and share. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Do you think you'll ever do a top fold card base? Jane, not a traditional one, because it would have to line up absolutely positively perfectly on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. And most customers aren't able to line up 2 die lines that perfectly. I mean, I've tried myself personally, and it's very difficult for me to do. And if it's difficult for me to do, I wouldn't want my customers to try to do it, because it would just add to frustration. So no, we have an A1 version, because A1 will fit very easily on an 8.5 by 11, but doing a A2 or larger, it doesn't translate correctly, because it's the exact same length as the full sheet of cardstock, and it just doesn't work. Hi, Stephanie in Iowa. Hello. So yes, so Friday we went to Knott's Berry Farm, and it was busy. It was busy. Ken was like, we were in line for one of the rides, and Ken's like, "Okay, there's a McDonald's that has a playground. We could go to Chick-fil-A over here. They have a playground," because we almost left early. But in the end, the boys were troopers, and we didn't go on as many rides as we usually do, but we went to see a show, which was really fun. And the boys love to watch people play the carnival games. So we've taught the boys that we do not play games at Knott's Berry Farm. We play games at Chuck E. Cheese, because Nana has a pass, a monthly pass there. So we pay. So we watch the games at Knott's Berry Farm, because Nana's trying to teach them that they just want your money. Like they have a basketball game that it's $15 to do this game. $15 to do this game. And it's very difficult. You have to shoot a certain amount of 3-point shots to get a prize. Yeah. We see so many people spend money and not get anything. And so I'm trying to teach the children that, they are trying to make money. They need money. They want your money. And, and so we're learning about that. Let's see. Oh, Teresa says excited for that Mr. and Mrs. for all the upcoming weddings. Yes. Oh, welcome little one. That would be cute. Yeah, we do have baby, but welcome little one would be cute. Or welcome baby. I like that. Julie says, wow, much more costly than when we were kids. Yeah, Julie, there was another one that was like $20. And I'm like, wow. Wow. That's just, yeah. So they know, but it's fun to watch other people. So will you be doing slimline pockets at some point? Yes, absolutely. So okay, so that was Knott's Berry Farm. Saturday, the kids went to an egg hunt, which was really fun. And the boys are really, really good about, so of course the boys are going to just run and get as many as they can, right? Well, of course their baskets were overfilled. And so it was a neighborhood one where all the parents donate. So Kirsten donated a whole bunch and stuff. But I said, okay, now that it's full, you need to go around and find some other little kids smaller than you that didn't get as many. And so they were going around, and we did this last year too, but I was trying to teach them, some little kids didn't get as many. So what do we need to do? We need to share. And this year was a little bit harder for them because they were looking at their baskets, but then they'd look at a little kids and like, they have enough. And I'm like, well, and so they were sharing a little bit, not as much as last year, but they were sharing. So I was thankful that, every once in a while, you just got to let a little bit go. But we had fun. We had a very good time. So let's see. Not big news, but we are starting to get hit more with the tariffs. And I don't want to talk about bad news, but just trying to figure all of that out. It is becoming a little bit more on the concerning side. I mean, I'm not like scared because like obviously Jesus is in control, and I'm not like that kind of worried, but I'm just like, wow, I'm hoping this isn't going to last much longer because yeah, that's just not as good. But yeah, so that's been the topic, I think, of most of the morning, is trying to, things are ready to be shipped to us, but we are kind of trying to hold off as long as possible in hopes that things will change. Because as we all know, love him or hate him, this president is very good about changing his mind. And so we, if like something gets put on hold or anything like that, we're trying to like really pay attention. So we're just trying to pay attention more, which is going to be entertaining. But we have ordered. I just got to order the new inks. Those are made in California. I just got to have the new inks ordered for a new color that's coming out. We're trying to finalize that kit that's going to match it. But the cardstock is in the warehouse in Utah. And then just ordered the ink. Oh, just ordered the felt to match. So I'm really excited about that. So let's see. Robin says she's playing with the koala cuties today. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. We're having trouble keeping those in stock, you guys. I think they really hit everybody's heart at the same time because they are cuties. Yeah, I love them too. Yeah, way too much. Let's see what else. Hi, Lynn. Shelly says, when will it come out? That's a good question. I just ordered the inks and the felt, so we're looking at least 30 days out. So the soonest, what's this? This is April, May, probably June is my guess. I don't put anything on our website anymore until it's in stock. We tried that once in a while to do like a pre-order, and it became Nightmare 1 and Nightmare 2. So now Stephanie has a rule. If it's not in the warehouse, we don't sell it. Just because we've run into too many problems with shipping or delays, or you just never know what's going to happen until it is done. So we just have to wait. Julie says she's have more time to play with the berry kit. Yes, the berry kit is awesome. When is the next class? The next class we are releasing. Gosh, now I have to look because I don't remember. Let me see if I can find my schedule. We finally gave me another monitor. Even though I have a monitor, you guys, I have to measure this monitor because it's hilarious. Hang on. So it's 1, 2, 3. It's like a 36-inch monitor. So that's 3 rulers big and two rulers high. It's a massive monitor and I love it, but I always have to have so many different things open. So I had to add another one just for the release schedule. Let's see, when is the class coming out? So let's see. It's gonna the class is being released in May, near the end of May. Near the end of May, because we have a lot happening in May. So in May we have the store day, which is May 3rd. Then we have HSN on May 13th, and then we'll have the class later that month. Also, it's really fun on so the items that I'm releasing on wait a minute, is this right? No, that's next month. Hang on, I'm getting a little confused. I get all. Hang on, really quick. Okay, no, that's July 15th. I get so confused. It's like I'm working. It's just the schedule in the brain is messed up. Sandy says a monitor is measured diagonally, corner to corner. Oh gosh, now I don't know how big that's going to be. More than that. So that's 1, 2, 3. So it's like probably like a 42-inch monitor then. 42 inches, give or take. Yeah, it's a pretty decent size. Ruth Debbie says she's been saving her club points for the next class. Yay, that's awesome. Let's see. Stamps were available and the dies were not in the dies. Yeah, and it's hard. It's been hard to keep it all in stock. The koalas are flying out the door no matter what we have in stock. But I think we still have some of the stencils in stock. We did reorder those, which is something I think we've only done twice ever in 15 years. So the koala stencils are in stock. And keep in mind, like if you just need like a stamp set and it comes back in stock, I think shipping's only like $1.75 or something. So at least our shipping is way better than anybody else's. Let's see. Oh, Shelly's birthday's in May. Yay. Any more oval card fronts coming? Oval card fronts. Not in the not that I can think of right off the top of my head. No. Not that I can think of. I made the coolest. Ruth Debbie says I made the coolest card with the koalas with your idea of the center cutaway in the gatefold card. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Jennifer says, I was hoping my card kit would be here today, but if Easter was the reason for the delay, Easter is so much better. Yay, that is true. Julie says, I hope the koala is in stock for the store day. Ken said he did order. So the dies are getting very low, whatever dies, the koala cuties, the more koala cuties. I placed another order for those today because he did order some for the store. But he said he's only ordering 10 for the store, which is kind of surprising. So I mean, if something's in stock, the shipping is pretty cheap if you really, really want to make sure you get it. Raccoon fold, it's not coming for a while. I haven't seen it come up lately on the schedule, so it's not coming up for a while. Am I going to make a panda fold it? I don't think I have a panda done yet. I'm trying to think. I don't think we've done a panda. I don't think I finished a panda yet. So as of right this second, no, but trust me, pandas and koalas are pretty much the most awesomest ever. Missy, are there any special releases online for store day? Yes, there will be. Barbara says, will the other koalas be born soon? They actually are being pitched, I believe, this week to HSN. So Barbara remembers that I said there are more koalas. I couldn't bombard you with too many though. It was just like, it was a lot. So there are 2 more koalas and another koala fold it that have been designed and approved and everything. But, oh, hang on. Ken likes when I shut this shade. But that was kind of a lot of koala at one time. So I am pitching it to HSN as a bundle. We'll see what happens, and if they don't pick it up sooner than later, maybe we'll have to go do it. Oh, bummer. Oh, Rhoda says that her card kit looked like it had been run over by a semi truck, but no damage inside. Yay! That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, you guys would not believe. Sometimes the boxes we get, it's just like, ay, ay, ay. It's like I would be embarrassed. Oh my gosh, you guys, listen to this. Listen to this. So, China, when I'm getting samples, China usually will send them directly to my house because that way I get them sooner, so I can approve them sooner, so I can get them ordered sooner, right? And so I got a really important box of, really important box of samples, and UPS said, okay, delivered. And they showed a picture of the front door, and it was not my front door. And it was not my neighbor's front door, or the neighbors by them, or the neighbors by them, or the neighbors by them, or the neighbors by them. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, okay, please, 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 whoever's house it was delivered to, I hope they have a heart and they deliver it to my house, because I had the right address on it. And I looked everywhere for that front door. Couldn't find it. Well, on Friday, it was delivered Thursday. On Friday, Kenny and I were driving to go pick up the boys to go to Knott's Berry Farm. And there was like 2 houses I didn't look at. And I go, stop. I'm just going to run and go look and see if they got it. So I went up to their front door, and it was there. And this guy started walking towards the door, and I go, do you live here? And he goes, no, I live over here. And I go, okay. You are my witness. Look at this package. This is me. It was on this doorstep, but this is not your street, is it? And he goes, no, it's not our street. And I said, okay, this is where I live. This is my house address. And I said, I'm taking this box, but you are my witness. I am not stealing anything. And he's like, okay, go ahead. He didn't care. But, sometimes you get Ring cameras that are going to videotape you, and they're going to post it online saying this woman stole my package. And even though it wasn't theirs. And, but I got my package. I was so excited. I couldn't believe it. Ruth Debbie says, what an amazing deal. Thank you for the freebies in the card kit. The value of them is $22.98. Oh, yay. I'm glad. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Vicky says, hello from hot Florida. Hi, Kellyanne. So I got my package. I was so excited, and I approved one of the items. The other few items in there I'm hoping to get a couple little tweaks on. So the tweaking is the tedious stuff, getting it all tweaked. Kathy said, one of my recent orders went from Utah to Honolulu and then finally to Arkansas. Kathy, I just wanted to go on vacation. Yikes. Mandy says, I'm glad you got your package. I was too, because now with the new tariffs, samples are going to cost, there's going to be, from what I understand, of course, is shipping. So even if they just send me one item, the minimum is going to be a $35 fee. So on top of the shipping prices and on top of the sample price, the tariff price is $35 minimum. So that's the minimum. So like, all the Chinese websites that like Shein, like for clothing and things like that. Temu, which please don't ever buy anything on Temu. They rip off everybody. You guys, they are like my nightmare. Or AliExpress, they're nightmares also. But if your credit cards ever get stolen, look back to see if you've ever ordered from one of those 2 companies. But anyway, now whenever a shipment like that comes in, even if the value is like, samples, there's no value, right? Because it's like, you can't sell it. It's like a sample. But even if the value is $5, the tariff fee will be $35 minimum. So good times on that one. So we have to figure this all out. I don't know. It's going to be crazy. Dawn said that happened with Amazon with her, but it was her next door neighbor. That helps. Julie says, will you continue to restock all of the koala items? Yes, except the stencils. Yes. They'll be continuously added here and there. But keep in mind, when they go out of stock, it's usually 30 days to get them back in stock. So if you're waiting for something to come in, and we have one, shipping's under $2. I'd recommend getting it. Heather is watching from the beach in the Bahamas. Where in the Bahamas, my love? Oh my goodness. Oh, because okay, so you guys listen. Oh, Gina's Christmas presents to her kids and grands went to a different address and the lady lied saying she didn't get it. Oh my gosh, that's awful. She'll get what's coming to her. Okay, so here's the deal, you guys. So you guys all know we have a family timeshare in Hawaii. Our whole it's like our whole families. And Ken and I were going to get to go in October. And so you have to make the reservations a year in advance. So last October, we made the reservations. I made it for early October because HSN is late October. They changed it. Now it's in the middle of my Hawaii vacation. So we had to cancel the Hawaii vacation and I cannot get Maui again. Which is Shelly wants prayer. She's been sick since Thursday. Yes, Shelly. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I get so confused. Jewel says, I wish the best Stephanie to figure it all out. Yeah, me too. Bahamas. So we can't go to Maui. This year. And because I was like, okay, what about this time? Okay, what about this time? And they had a studio available. What we get is a 1-bedroom. They had a studio available, but with our work schedules, Ken and I have different work schedules. Like he gets up at 1 a.m. and he'll go work out, read his Bible, and then he starts working probably by 4, right? Well, Stephanie's still asleep at 4 a.m. Thank you very much. That's like the middle of the night for me because I don't usually go to sleep until like 11. He goes to sleep at around 8 p.m. So we have opposite schedules, which when you work with your spouse in such tight quarters, it really works well. So we don't like have to see each other like all the time, right? And we can't do a studio. It's a very small room and he can't work if I'm asleep. So that's why we need the 1-bedroom. So that's why I'm talking about Bahamas because that was one of, thank you, Rachel. She said, don't cancel. I know, but I need to do HSN too. So, but they said we could do the Bahamas instead. Kenny and I went to the Bahamas like 30 plus years ago and I got off the plane and it was the first time I was a kid. So I was, I think I was 20 or 21. And I got off the plane and it was the first time I had been in real humidity. And I was like, I didn't know what it was. I was like, it is like, I gotta go take a shower. And they're like, oh, this is humidity. And I'm like, no. So, but I think I want to go back. So I don't know. Is the Forever Black ink compatible with alcohol markers? Yes, it is. I would like to go back to the Bahamas. Ken's afraid. Ken's afraid to go back to the Bahamas. So I don't know, just because of the humidity and where we went. But keep in mind, you guys, it was more than 30 years ago. It was like 33 years ago. Where we went, the people weren't very nice. Like we went to a restaurant and they just like look at you and they don't even like want to help you. So, but that was 30 plus years ago. I bet it's way better now. So where in the Bahamas should we go? October is hurricane season. I do not want to go to the Bahamas in the hurricane season. So October is not good. Oh, Gina says it's getting into the humidity season in Florida. Yeah, I'm going to be there in May. So woohoo. Mandy says she's going to send some cards again. Yay, that's awesome. Rachel says with global warming, it couldn't be warmer now. It could be warmer now. It could be, huh? Oh gosh, I keep grabbing the wrong drink. Can you go to Belize or Costa Rica? No, Kellyanne, I wish. Our choices are Maui, which we can't get into. Kauai was one of the options. And I told Kenny, let's go to Kauai. We've never been there. And I think he's afraid it won't be warm enough in October. Because we've always heard that it's rainy and cold there. So I don't know. You guys tell me, is Kauai okay to go to? I know. See, Aruba, we can't go to Aruba either. We only have like very limited. Otherwise, we have to like turn it in for points and then pay extra. It's like all this complicated. Don't ever buy a timeshare, you guys. If you already have one, and you like it, that's great. But don't ever buy, if you're going to buy a timeshare, buy it like on the secondary market. Long story. What do you consider cold? Anything under 70. Anything under 70 is cold. Because technically 70 in California is like 0 degrees. And so if it's like 72 degrees, that means it's 2 degrees. And if it's 68, that means it's -2. Anything. And funny thing is, Cookie would always be a very good thermometer, because if you looked at Cookie and she was panting, you knew it was over 70 degrees. If you looked at Cookie and she was shivering, you knew it was under 70 degrees. That's how we are in California. We're wimps in California. We are wimps. Kauai is beautiful. Okay. Nancy says, move to Arizona, hardly any humidity. I know. Arizona is nice. I like Arizona. Vicky says, all us Tampa peeps should take you out to lunch or dinner when you come to Florida. Vicky, that would be awesome. It's just my schedule is so rough when I get there because I don't own my schedule, meaning I have to go in and then I don't know, like, I don't know how long things take. You have to set up your tables. I mean, there's just a lot. And I would hate to have something scheduled and not be able to make it, because that is a very big possibility. Just because, time change, now you're going on in the air at this time, or just because it's all, you have to be very, very fluid, which I'm used to it now. So I'm just like, yeah, you want me there at 2 a.m.? Great. You want me there at 7 p.m.? Great. You just have to be very, very fluid. So it's kind of hard to make any type of plans. Ruth Debbie says it's bloody hot in Arizona. Kauai is beautiful. Okay. So I got one Kauai is beautiful. Nobody else is saying if Kauai is beautiful. That makes me nervous. Let's see. Michelle, did you ever tell me where in the Bahamas you were? But if anybody says it's hurricane season in October, I can't do hurricanes. Can't do hurricanes. Earthquakes are no problem. I'm a California girl. Linda says we went to Kauai in September and it was very warm, but it was one of the best trips we've ever had. Make sure you zip line. Okay, Linda, I would zip line, but I'd have to bring my own helmet. You guys know, like, I'm a germaphobe, right? Like, I cannot stand the thought of touching anything. I have serious issues. I'm like horrible. Anyway, when you zip line, you have to wear a helmet that they provide for you so kindly. They provide you a helmet. I can't put the helmet on. I have a fear of lice. I have a severe fear of lice. My daughters got lice when they were, when Kirsten was in high school. Katie got it from one of her friends. And I have like a severe fear of lice. I can't do it. But, okay, there's another. Kauai is beautiful garden island. You should go. So, but is it warm enough, like, where we can go to the pool? Because Ken and Stephanie just like to go to the pool or go to the ocean and just say, like this. That's what we like to do, is just do this. And I like to read, and I like to do nothing. Because we work till noon, and then we do nothing the rest of the day. Nancy says when it's 118 degrees in the shade, I'm in the hot tub, which is 104 degrees. Oh, my goodness. Julie says it's very much like Oahu. Oh, okay. Hi, Jeffrey. Happy Monday to you, my dear. Ruth Debbie says, oh, heck, I would never wear a strange helmet. I'd have to bring my own, too. Yeah, I know. Julie says Kauai is a beautiful garden island. You should go. Okay. Yeah, if it's between Kauai or a hurricane, I'll pick Kauai. I have to tell Kenny, because I'm like, Kenny, we have to pick soon because, it's going to fill up. And he's like, Ken is very slow to make decisions. And so he's like, and I go, okay, think about it. So he's going to think about it. So yeah, Kauai. Oh, Rachel said she went to Kauai and played in the water while it rained. It was warm. Okay. See, I think we're going to pick Kauai then. I mean, it's not Maui, but best coffee in Kauai. Rachel, can I tell you a secret? It's not really a secret, but it's another weird fact about Stephanie, besides being a germaphobe and being afraid of lice. I've never had a sip of coffee in my life. I don't like the smell, and I've never had a sip of coffee. That's why I'm so addicted to my Diet Coke. Kauai does get more rain, which is why it's called the Garden Island. I think you will love it there. The temperature will be very similar to Oahu. Okay. Ruth Debbie says, too many years of owning a hair and nail salon and seeing all kinds of creepy crawlies in hair. Lori says, I've only been to Maui and Oahu. I would love to go to Kauai. Me too, Lori. We've been to Maui and we've been to Oahu. Love Maui. Love Maui. I like know where to go to dinner. I know where to, we don't eat breakfast, but like I know where to go, right? Whereas Kauai, Ken and Stephanie are creatures of habit. In Maui, we don't even have to talk to each other. We know as soon as we land, we're getting the rental car, we're going straight to Costco, straight to Walmart, then we're driving to the hotel. Then, like we have this system. And when we go to someplace new, we don't have a system, and it like kind of, I don't know, but I think we're going to do it. Karen says she's never had coffee either. Karen. Arla says she didn't like Kauai. Why, Arla? Tell me why. Reagan's never had coffee either. You guys, this is so weird. Weird. Hi, Gloria, my dear. Hello. Laura says, don't say the L word. It makes my head itch. I worked in a pediatric office and we couldn't stand it. Okay, dear. Yes, I agree 100%, Laura. Let me just tell you, anytime the kids go like this, I go, what are you doing? They're like, my head itches. I go, let me look. Luckily, they're boys, so they have short hair. It's really easy. You don't have to worry. I mean, you can see pretty easy. Lori says, I love systems too. Yeah, we are very, very good. Too small, Arla said. Okay. We are very good about, we just like what we like. You know what I mean? Like when we went to Tahiti, you guys loved the beaches, loved the area, loved everything about it, but I lost weight. How can you lose weight on a vacation? It's because the food was so freakishly expensive that we couldn't eat it. Like it was $75 for a hamburger. And Ken and I were like, we are not paying $75 for a hamburger. Even though we are on vacation, we're like, that is just like, no. Ruth Debbie's the same on about coffee. A lot of you don't like coffee. Oh my goodness. Linda says that's why you don't try on hats or glasses in the stores. Heck no. Cindy says she can't live without coffee. She's having surgery next week and won't be able to have coffee. Sandy said she found a tick crawling on my chest last night when I went to bed, couldn't sleep all night. Dear, I agree. Ken found a spider in our bed like a week ago, and I almost threw up. I was like, oh my gosh, what if it had babies? You guys, creepy crawlies, and snakes. Oh, one time there was a lizard in my garage and I screamed. Yeah, it's just too much. Diet Coke is the bomb, isn't it, Michelle? I know. Rhoda, you're so funny. Bahamas sand is like powder. Ooh, I know, but I'm afraid of hurricanes. I know. Oh gosh, I think Kauai's going to win this year. Although I wish I could go to Maui, but what can you do, right? I mean, although we haven't canceled it yet. I haven't gotten my order. I haven't pitched October to HSN yet. So I do hope they pick stuff up though. Just because we're having a good schedule with them. So Aruba. I would go to Aruba in a heartbeat. Wait. Yeah, okay. I've never been to Aruba. I had to think. I've been to Tahiti and Bora Bora because they're right next to each other. Got to help out at the sea turtle refuge place there. It was so amazing. But Aruba, I would totally go to, my dear. I can't because we don't have a timeshare there because it's like a group. I think it's Westin. I don't know. But Westin was bought by Sheraton and Sheraton was bought by Marriott. So I think technically it's a Marriott, but I can only book these certain, I don't know. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's 11 already. So I need to go. But let's see. Coming up soon, May 3rd is our store day. May 13th is HSN. Thursday is Crafting Corner live. Ken has a show on Tuesdays that's live also, Tuesday mornings. Let's see. Ruth Debbie likes Aruba. Laura's liked coffee since she was a kid. Wow. Sandy says, did you hear about the 100-year-old turtle that had its first baby? I did actually hear about that, which is so cool. Tortoises are just the best. They're just so awesome. Puerto Rico. Yes, I've been to Puerto Rico, Danny. I've been to Puerto Rico two times. And I went to Culebra. No, I've been to that island. Culebra. We had to take a little tiny plane that had propellers and it had air holes that you could open and get air out. I knew I was going to die. And like the pilot, I could put my hand on his shoulder. That's how close the pilot was to me. And I knew I was going to die. And I didn't. I was surprised, but beautiful. Okay, my friends, I need to get out of here. Teresa says, hope Ken does a live on store day for us that are too far to go. I don't know if he will, but we can try. Hint for the Fold It Club. What is it? Is it? Oh, because the Fold It Club's coming sooner than later, huh? Oh, it's really sweet. It's sweet. I like it. I like it because it's kind of like a two-parter. So you're getting, if you're not in the Fold It Club, you have to get in now because the next Fold It Club is coming with 2 free stencils. Because sometimes you guys know when I design, I can't stop. Like, I'm like, okay, this really requires something else. And so I just do it and kind of just like, don't tell anybody and say, oh yeah, there's 2 extra stencils in there. Whoops. So yeah, 2 free stencils in the Fold It Club. Just saying. Okay, my friends, I am out of here, but I will see you. Am I doing a live release of the Fold It Club Thursday, May 24th? Because that's Crafting Corner, probably. Will I have a hamburger? We need to do a hamburger, don't we, Reagan? We totally need to do that. Okay, my friends, I'm out of here. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and I will see you Thursday for another episode of Stephanie's Crafting Corner, where we get together live every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, and I make something. It's usually a card. Have a great day, you guys. Take care. Bye-bye. And then she looks for the end.